Society does its best to ignore the fact women have periods, other than to make that time of the month jokes, which women love because it shows how much you know about their biology. When chickens have their period, however, we scoop it up and sell it as a cheap and delicious source of protein. Recently, egg prices have skyrocketed, causing mass outrage. This is not surprising. Egg price sensitivity ranks behind only the price of gas and the price of a can of Arizona iced tea. What is behind these increasing prices? Is it the cereal mafia? The bagel cartel? Contrary to what some might have you believe, eggs are not more expensive because chickens have unionized. Chickens are dumb birds and not capable of complex negotiations. Like most things, the real answer is complicated. Dogs today are much smaller, friendlier, and less prone to eating people than the wolves our ancestors first domesticated. Likewise, chickens are far removed from the dinosaurs they once were. They can still smell fear, but their final form is a chicken nugget. The only thing chickens can harm now is our waistlines, since it's impossible for animals to evolve backwards. Or is it? 100 years ago, chickens grew slowly and were small, soft, and weak. Then capitalism came along and saved chickens from their miserable existence by pumping them full of hormones and steroids. Now chickens grow faster than weeds and are more jacked than action movie stars. Even their eggs are jumbo. Like humans, chicken steroids have no negative reproduction side effects whatsoever. Chickens are no longer embarrassed to look in the mirror, and farmers get more food to the table faster. A true win-win. What does this have to do with the price of eggs? Wouldn't they be cheaper, if anything? In typical human fashion, we overlooked one key fact. The laws of nature cannot be ignored. We thought we could keep making chickens bigger forever, that we could play God and get away with it. And we did, until we didn't. By making chickens bigger, we reversed their evolution. We turned them back into dinosaurs. Before you get too excited, we haven't resurrected T-Rexes or Velociraptors. Not yet, anyway. It didn't happen everywhere, and not all at once. But abnormalities began appearing. A scale here, a giant tooth there. Not quite the apex predators that once ruled the earth, but clearly a step in that direction. While this is good for chickens, it is obviously not good for us. It doesn't matter how shredded you are. Even a prime Arnold Schwarzenegger isn't taking on a Tyrannosaurus. But what if you were bigger than Arnie? Is such a feat even possible? These are the questions posed by two competing groups in the steroid chicken conundrum. The first is the Anti-Dino Party, aka cowards. They watched Jurassic Park and argue any attempt to monetize dinosaurs is doomed to fail. Therefore, we should stop chicken steroids immediately and invest in finding egg alternatives. The risks outweigh the rewards, and chicken dino hybrids are a threat to society. The second group is the Pro-Dino Party. They also watched Jurassic Park, but learned a different lesson. The problem stems not from trying to exploit dinosaurs, but from not taking the proper precautions. Electric fences? Tranquilizers? Come on. The only guaranteed way to stay one step ahead of dinosaurs is to take more steroids than they do. Sure, dinosaurs are big, but we can become bigger. The only thing apex predators understand is strength. If a T-Rex comes face to face with a towering ball of human muscle twice its size, the dinosaur is going to crawl back in its cage, tuck itself in, and turn out the lights. And if it somehow is dumb enough to try, we can stream it on Netflix and never have to suffer through another Tyson vs. Paul fight ever again. In the meantime, we get bigger chickens and bigger eggs. People are literally starving. It would be unethical to stop juicing chickens over some hypothetical danger. In the unlikely event problems do arise, we'll deal with them as we always have, by ignoring them until the last second, panicking, then letting corporations implement half-baked solutions and profit from it. Why doesn't the government step in? Why would they? They're being heavily lobbied by both sides. The government has no reason to stop the gravy train, at least not until one side runs out of cash, at which point they'll say they carefully reviewed the evidence and, coincidentally, the side that ethically donated the most money is the winner. Because, as everyone knows, money is never wrong. Until a solution is reached, any dinosaur abnormalities are destroyed. Eggs undergo very rigorous testing, specifically putting a bright light behind them and seeing what's inside. This has caused shortages and increased prices. Using my economics degree, I've drawn this very informative graph. Supply go down, price go up. Wow. Abnormal eggs are safe to eat, but Western people won't even touch a carrot if it looks funny, and Eastern people have a bad enough rap after allegedly eating that bat and starting a pandemic. Chickens, of course, are not the only animal being pumped full of steroids, but they are the first to show symptoms of reverse evolution. Start your bingo cards. Will pigs revert into man-bear pigs next? Or will cows evolve back into mammoths? Who knows? This would be the perfect time to plug a gambling app, but for some reason, they all refused to pay me. At the end of the day, increased egg prices are infuriating, but you have nothing to fear. You're not going to wake up with a raptor outside your window, or with Chris Pratt running down the street. There definitely isn't a secret island in the Pacific performing research on dino chicken hybrids. And even if there was, they would have so much security, nothing could ever escape. And even if it did, what are the odds it rampages through your neighborhood? And even if, out of all people, it chose your scent to follow, it would be a great opportunity to take a selfie with the dinosaur, go viral, start your own cryptocurrency, and get rich. If the Hawk Tua girl can make it, you can too.